Hello gang, I'm Colonel Failure and this is A Train 9 version 4. It's been a little while since we caught up and I've made some progress since last you were here, so I thought I'd start out by showing exactly what was going on that front. So I'm sure you can recall quite distinctly that we to kind of start a new direction for the way that I'm playing the game, I built this rather impressive looking, I see, look, spoiler there, rather impressive looking manufacturing and industrial area. I am very pleased with the way it looks, but shall we go straight for that? Yeah, let's go straight for this. But it's not making me very much money. In fact, that's untrue. It's actually losing me money. So if we go to manufacturing plants here, nothing in here is as yet turning a hold. Everything. Factory 1 is turning a profit. What's the betting that's somewhere else? No, it's right there. And it's actually turning a profit. In fact, it's not alone either. We've got a few things turning a profit now. Wow, in which case I take it all back. The potential upside for this manufacturing area is significant. And the goal that we've got is that each area we have in a city kind of lends itself towards the overall goal of being able to just... get to grips with this camera. Of just getting enough money being brought in such that I can tinker around with a train set and make it all work. Now, I mean, I'm a little way off from that at the moment because I'm only actually running 2 trains, but we will press onwards and upwards. Now, as I said when I left you last time, I was going to turn this second island here, which we've also shaped quite nicely, into a kind of commercial area. Now, I started out by building, well, pretty much all of these tower blocks are my own doing, but then I have let the AI take over and start building things up for itself. I've also added bus services in and out of this area, hoping to drive some traffic back down here towards the station that we've got here. Now, we also expanded out, zoom out a little, expanded out from this town, district, let's stick with district, in this direction like this. Now, how much are we going to be able to see? Not enough. Let's go to the map. That's about as good as the map gets. So here's the manufacturing area, and here's the start of this commercial district right there. So then we've got one. I apologise for the absence of detail here, but we've got one line running out in a straight line here, over here, as you can see, and then we've got another one that runs out in a kind of a jaunty angle, going in the opposite direction. So that's over here. And what I'm planning to do with those is run it round in a loop over here through the commercial area, round to another town up here, and then back round. Make a kind of a contained loop section through this station here, which, as fortune would have it, allowed me to thread straight under that bridge, which is kind of cool. So that's the intention, and right now I'm servicing my kind of goods requirements out of this little factory here, and as you can probably tell, these 2 chaps are already fully loaded. The AI not making the best use out of the goods depot we have down there. Now, one thing I have observed is that I can't, let's just pick up something random. Let's grab an office building. Here we go, this will do. So as you can see, this is very close to the depot here, which is fully stocked with goods, and yet it's out of range. So what I'm going to need to do soonish is get the trucks delivering to a new depot up here, and that's fine. I want it to build out gradually, but equally I want to make sure that I own as many of these buildings as possible, because there's a very high chance that this becomes really quite a profitable area. So you can already see the range that existing depot stretches to. It's like the AI can't grab anything further. If I were to try and build here, for example, it works perfectly. Oh well, that's why that wasn't intentional. Okay, well, let's put another one in so it looks less weird. There we go. Alright, well, then the AI is just slacking. Oh, really? I couldn't have, showed how it wasn't going to work by putting it next to the road. I'm going to leave it and we'll see how that develops. Charming. Okay, right. Well, you know, wouldn't be me if I hadn't cocked it up already. So the next few episodes after that is going to be focused on building out a district over here somewhere that we'll bend around into, and then we'll probably run another set of tracks up in this direction to catch up with the main thrust that's going on in that way. And then we'll work our way around. I'll probably square this off as well to keep with the kind of man-made aesthetic that I've got going on. Run it through into the city here, and then round the corner and through the tunnel and something along those lines and out over there. And then I'll just run a constant set of services that run that 24 hours a day. It should help generate some interest in moving in, but moreover, it will look nice and busy. So let's go through the rest of the town. I haven't changed... Is it a town? It's a city. Look at it. There is no way this is not a city. I haven't changed much... structurally for the rest of the town, that city. Make your mind up, man. I have moved some factories around, I've moved some depots around, I've changed some truck services to kind of cater for that. And I guess the area that I've put the most work into since you've been elsewhere is down in this kind of origin section here, where I've just been working just to build it up a little bit, so that we start out with a few passengers kicking around, or at least some interest in heading out in this direction. So what am I going to do today? Well, the thing that occurred to me, that's a 6-minute exposition there, the thing that occurred to me is that as much as I have this lofty notion of starting services from every platform here at the start of the day, and then having reserve services back here to start out at the beginning of the kind of the daily cycle, I'm not running many trains at the moment, and it's almost like I've forgotten how to run trains properly. Or effectively, or all of the, the various machinations of train fever have been completely wasted on me. As much as this is a different experience, there are some truisms in there, and as such I could be running significantly more services than I am doing. So, I mean, the only kind of, even slightly remarkable thing that I've got going on is the synchronization of services leaving Area 1 and heading to Area 2. Look at this. I mean, the view around this place is really something these days. And it's only going to get better. I mean, look at that for a tower. I'm not even going to go over there right now. And also kind of a byproduct of that is that my track isn't laid out. I am going to go over here. It's not laid out with purpose in mind. It's laid out as a kind of a nod towards connecting with the next area, and as such, it's not very effective. So, what I'm going to do today? What am I going to do today? Well, I'm going to adjust some of that. We're going to get some actual train action happening in this game, rather than treating it as just another city builder. And I mean, that's why I quite like it. It's a city builder and a train builder at the same time. Right. Okay. So let's get both my trains off the track here. Here we go. Right. Let's remove you, and we'll remove you as well. It's not like they make much money, and to be honest, I'm never going to make much money out of the train services that I run until I'm running, in the hundreds. Right, so let's do this properly. And the way that I mean by properly is everything drives on the right. So we're going to run a straightforward up and down, back and forth service here. In fact, you know what? Let's sell these. Yeah, just get rid of them, because while they're not in service, they're just costing me money. Well, I would assume they're costing me money to keep them kicking around. We're just going to run with these two, and hopefully I'll be able to add a couple more into the mix as well. So let's place you down on here. No, I want you coming towards that station, so let's have you coming this way. Right, and then we'll timetable assistant up. Right, good. Okay, so here is the notional plan, and what I don't want to be doing is not at the moment, because at the moment all I want to do is just set more trains in motion. That's the very simple goal that I have. Now, have I got the points for this? I have got the points for this. All right, that's fine. So we will go straight. Now, I mean, there's an obvious... obviously, at the moment, what I've got is, this train knows exactly what it's doing. So it's, it's just going to reverse. It's going to follow the route that it's always been following. So instead, I'm going to set this as a dumbfire train. It's just going to wait for, how long? 30 minutes. Going to wait here for 30 minutes. Getting on and off and reversing. Okay. Continuous. Right, now, where I'm going to have to be careful is, and where this isn't going to work, nuts, I am going to have to do these trains individually. Right, let's up the tempo a touch, otherwise we'll be hanging around here for a while. Right, we do want to go on the branch. Now, that's quite a long way before those points, so I'm going to be careful with that. Go straight, we will wait for... 15 minutes? No, 30 minutes. I think if we do a half-hour stop at each station, that might be the most effective way to go. It's not without a start time, I don't think. Interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. There's a very high chance I end up with two trains bumping heads and actually getting nowhere. But this is a temporary manoeuvre. Right, go straight. Everyone drives on the right. What are we doing here? Stop for 30 minutes. And this is, this is very straightforward. It's point to point. It stops at every service, every station along the way. Another 30-minute stop here, please. So I'm not doing anything clever. I dedicated an episode to trying to do something clever before, and I'm abandoning that right now simply because I want to get a bit more stuff running. There we go. Right, so finally we end up over here. Now here's where I'm going to take the branch. And then we reverse at this one, stop for half an hour. And then we'll come back on the other side. And that way, I should be able to run multiple trains up here. Now, the difficulty is going to come with signalling, because I don't believe there is any method of signalling. Rather than signals that say you can't get through here at the moment, sunshine, you're just going to have to hang on. Instead, it's tightly wound in, it's got efficiency at its core, whereby... You use the timetables instead, and I mean you can also timetable the points. You don't just you can put a timetable on stations. You can put a timetable on points. It's really quite clever stuff. Far too clever for me. But we'll see. We'll see. The goal is you can have I believe you can have 200 services running on this. And I'm itching to get there, and I will probably cancel the bus services that I've got right now in order for that to happen. Right, stop again. Right, and ignore this set of points coming up here. And there we go, we're back at home base. There we are, and you're a reversing service, 30 minutes. Okay, now, here's the thing. If I were to set an initial departure time, yes, that could work. All right, let's set an initial departure time of 4 a.m. Right, and what are we talking here? And a half-hour wait. See, the hope is that no two trains ever bump heads. That's the aspiration. Right, 4 a.m. That's your first start. Right, so let's copy that, and then the rest of the day it's just going to wait half an hour each time. So now let's place you down. I'm going to make one adjustment to your route. Let's go from here. Timetable assistant, very swiftly. Okay, right, you can take this branch. There we go. Right, and then we'll set you for 4:30 AM. Right, and then half-hour stops each time. That's right, isn't it? That's what I've done. Yep, that's what I've done. And 9:30 is the last one. So, regardless of the service, I'll set the final departure for 21:30. And that will either work or it won't. Right, the rest of the time you are using the same service. No. Oh, okay, you've decided. Nuts. You know why? You didn't copy the what's it across. All right, well, we'll do it manually. Okay, in future, all I need to do is change its destination, and then everything should be good. All right, let's go a little bit faster, because I'd hope to get another couple of trains on here. Anyway, we'll soon find out if I've made a mess of this or not. Now, obviously, they haven't got the correct spacing at the moment, so anything could happen right now. But as long as we stick to our 30-minute stop time, and we're always running the same train consist, the same, well, I mean, it's not even a consist, this is a train setup, then everything should be glorious, right? So they were never going to bump heads there because I deliberately started them out too far apart. But the hope is right into there, and then reverse, and then half an hour. Right, and then on the way back again, we go on the other side of the track. There we go. So now this is actually set up as it should be, where you've got one track that goes in one direction and the other track goes in the other direction. Whereas previously I'd used two trains and given them a track each, which is incredibly lazy and wonderfully inefficient. But, you know, over the fullness of time, we will always make things... Hold on, why have you reversed? No. All right, well, stick with it. Stick with it. And with a bit of luck, we'll be out of the way before the other train comes back. Right, go straight. There we are. Right. Pay more attention this time. Straight. Yes. Not reverse, go straight. And then we follow it all the way down the other end, and it's going straight at the first set of points, and it's going, and it's taking the branch at the second. That way, everybody has their own station, everybody's happy, and we win the game. That's the goal. Come on, there we go. Yep, skip those. Right, straight at the first, branch at the second. And we're good. Right, okay, theoretically that should now work. Yeah, I'm done with you, pal. There you go. Right. Do we risk another one? Yeah, of course we risk another one. That's why we're here. Right, let's buy another one. What even are they? What's this? That's an AR4, which is, you know, it's exactly the same train that I used kind of exclusively in the last series. So in A Train 3, passenger. Give me AR4. There we are. Right. Train configuration. Did we go 8s? Did we go 8s? Yes, we did. Okay, right, good. Oh, I can just buy another one. All right, confirm. No, that's not what we want. There we go. Right, this, you, that, done, sorted, purchase. Splendid. Right. This is the gamble moment. Right, all right, let's slow it down. Now's as good a time as any to actually get this going. Let's copy that one and then paste it onto this one. Right, okay, good. This is going to work. I feel almost confident that this is going to work. You're coming in on the right. Yes. Right. Timetable assistant. And then let's get things rolling. Okay, and you're going to take the branch at the first set. Right, and you're going to take off at 5 a.m. Departure time. Back to 5 a.m. It's a little early in the day, but it gives us breathing room to add more services in, should we choose. Now 9:30 is the last one. Reversing every day of the month. There we go. Okay, right, and I think, hold on, while a judicious pause moment, I do believe I have room for a fourth. We've got a fourth platform available. Now, then this is where I could extend into running potentially 8 services down here, but I think that almost guarantees me getting well and truly snarled up. Also, I'm going to need another set of points if I add that fourth one in. Okay, cool. Well, hold on. You're on the wrong side of the track, man. Turn it around. This time. Go on, back it up. Right, take the branch. Take the branch. Right, turn it around. Oh, no, this could go wrong. Right. Do we take the branch? Well, yes, we take the branch. Right, now we're in business. Right, okay, straight. Half an hour wait. Yes, good. Go. All right, we didn't come unstuck. Could very easily have done, though. Yeah, won't need to tweak any of this. Where are the other trains? There's one. Okay, fine. They're not stuck head to head. To be honest, I don't even need to see any of this bit, because it should just work, right? I should have seen 2 trains, I only saw 1. I'll just make out that I failed to notice the other one. We're going to go straight, please. Thank you. Yep, good with that. Okay, so, I mean, and, you know, I'm sure there must be professional A-train players who watch this stuff. Is there an easier way that you've discovered than kind of tortuously going through with the timetable assistant to make sure things are working? If so, give me a shout, let me know. Right, where are we going? Yep, no, everything's still golden. Yeah. Branch, yeah. Good, right, that's all done. I am done with this guy. Right, okay, let's get through to the end of the day. So 9:30 is the end of the day. If we manage to get that far without these 3 getting jammed up against each other, then we could be in for, you know, an exciting morning. There's 1. There's 2. Obviously 3. There we go. There's 3. Right, now, so, whoa, no, it's 4 a.m. Right, no, give chase. Where's the front one? You, follow that train. Okay, so the challenge is going to come at the turnaround point at the far end. Let's up the speed here a touch. And again, this is a temporary solution, just to get a little bit more traffic rolling while I'm still building up. Right, okay, if trouble's going to happen, it's going to happen here. It was close. In fact, it was very close. Quick follow mode. Oh, yeah, let's go up there and watch this happening. And then we'll slow it down. Okay, so the 3rd train's in right now. So let's up the tempo to get the first train back in the station. Should be any second. Did I go so fast we just missed them all? There we go. I did. I missed 2 out of the 3. Nuts! Right. Now-ish, I would expect. I could just sit here, you know, running at a sane speed. Here we go, that was movement. Was that arriving at the previous station? Because there's a high chance that I just got very, very lucky. No, they're all done for the day. Okay, well, let's wait for the 4 a.m. This is... showing a distinct lack of televisual enjoyment factor. Where are the trains? The trains have got stuck. Yep, there they are. They're all fully stocked with passengers, but they're stuck somewhere. Where are we? Let's zoom out. Let's go find them and let's see what happened. Here we go. Right. Where's my troublemaker? And it's going to be because the points are actually quite remote. So here's the point. This guy has to switch over onto that side. That's why it's all got stuffed. Right, so we can fix this by turning you around. Okay, right, so how do we fix that? Well, we move the points or we space the trains out. So the one thing we can do here is change the departure time. Hold on, not yet. Let's... which one's my front runner? Don't do anything. Right, 4 o'clock. You're fine, okay? Let's do the next one. Timetable assistant. No. And the big question is, how much more time does it actually need? I'm going to bank on it being as little as 10 minutes. Right, so we keep the gap, so it's just a 40-minute change in departure at the start of the day, and I'm gambling on that paying off perfectly. I have no data to support this hypothesis, so you need to move 20 minutes. Whoop, and you need to move by 20 minutes to keep your gap the same. Okay, right, and then what we need to do is get through to the end of that. Actually, did I hit confirm afterwards? No. You're train 1. I don't need to look at you. I need to look at this one. No, that's the one you just did. Come on, man, concentrate. There we go. Okay, right. So, here we go. Let's roll it. Now, I'm going to go fast forward, which is something I know is not the most entertaining thing to watch. The question is going to be... whether we get stuck up at the end of the day. Now, given that they all managed to clear the other end without running into one another, I see that looked promising, didn't it? Let's see. Meanwhile, I do need to build another bit of track. I'm going to get this fourth one down, I think. That's a thing that's going to happen. I need to lay some track, please. And what I want to do is I want to turn that into a diamond crossing. What am I not doing? Ah, there you go. No, that's not it. There we go. That's the job. Okay, right, so there we go. Made it through to the end of the day. Everybody's happy this time. Good. Right. Okay, let's do the last one. Let's get the last one in. I want to buy another AR4 with the same setup, if you would be so kind. And then we will copy this one. Where we copy, thank you. And then paste in here. Okay, right, now let's pause that. Well, it's not even pause. Let's just slow it down. Right, place this chap coming out here, as you do. I want to give myself enough run-up so that I can hit the timetable assistant before it makes too much headway. Right, onwards. Now, unlike previous escapades, we're going to take the branch here, which will lead this chap, quite simply, into platform 1, as we look at it here. It's actually the high departure time. So, what was the last one? What was it? 5:20? Yeah, that sounds about right. So this one is going to be 6 o'clock. Excellent. With a half-hour wait. Dink. And a 9:30 last departure. And a reverse. And we go every day. Good. Right. Thank you. Now, there's a high chance he bumps into someone come in the opposite direction, but no, we seem to have lucked out this time. Good, yeah, all the half-hour stops that we do. And, I mean, because I have a tendency to kind of build stations somewhat equidistant, you know, everything's likely to be in motion at a similar kind of time. But, for now, let's just see where we get to. So, I mean, these are, you know, they're a fun and practical kind of a train, these guys, but, you know, what we're aspiring to is a certain amount of diversity. And the one thing that version 4 of the game has actually introduced is a reasonable selection of trains to choose from, so you're not stuck with, you know, with one or two. Now, when I get to the other end, what I will point out is a way that we could actually make this tremendously more exciting. Well, okay, tremendously more exciting is perhaps gilding that particular lily, but I will allude to something that is worthy of consideration. And then to the branch, and then we're good. Good, yeah, done. Close the timetable assistant. Right, I want a full day, please, so let's get through till 4 AM in the morning. There we go. Come on, give me 4 AM. 4 AM or bust. Right, and then let's tick this along. There we go, that'll do. So this isn't, well, I mean, I think this probably has similarities to how the finished product will operate, but did that second train leave a little early for your liking? It certainly did seem like they were quite close together. Ooh, he got stuck there. How's that even possible? That shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't get stuck waiting for the next train to depart. Or maybe... Yeah, see, look, why are you so close together? That shouldn't be the case. Okay, right. Well, I need to do some timing and some maths in order to make that work. And I'll do that while you're elsewhere. No, look, this... No, is this the end of the road? Yeah, why are you both on the same side of the track? Okay, I've got my spacing wrong here somewhere. Right, let's remove this last one because everything else was working before. I shall go away and fix that. Well, this is perhaps... It's early. It's one to think about. Rather than any kind of a claim of victory, this is debugging the system that we already have. I must have missed something, because there's no reason it would work one time. Let's place it once more, because it must be my departure time or something like that has caused this this gap in the system. No, right. Stay straight. 30 minutes. Yes. Now, obviously, this first time out's not going to do anybody any good at all. 20 minutes. That's what I've caused the problem. That should be a 30, which means, given I copied this timetable, that the previous train is also running too swiftly out of that station. Interesting. How did I miss that? I'm sure you spotted it, in which case, you know, feel free to leave the obligatory "I spotted it." I was yelling at the screen that you had, once again, true to form, made a bit of a hash of things. Right, no, you know, I can't stop now. I've got to keep going. Well, in which case, this is just going to be a nice lengthy episode for you to get your teeth into. Let's get it finished. Let's get these four working. I'm not going to cut you off now. How could I? That would be mean. We don't build something and then not have it working simply because time is against us. We get it working. Yeah, see, they did get quite close, but this guy is departing the station while the next one's turning up. Alright, 6 AM, 30-minute stop. That should be fine. Okay, in which case we check the next one. Yep. Where are you up to? Well, as luck would have it, just approaching the station that's wrong. That's fate. That's me being smiled upon by the wings of something that takes fate seriously, or some such. Actually, let's check everybody. Now, I mean, what I could do is I could set the stations to actually just release stuff at an appropriate time. But I haven't messed with that before, and therefore I have a certain amount of reluctance to do so. Maybe I'll put myself through it at some point. These two are stuck. I can see it. I don't even need to go look. I'm just going to go over here and go, yep, they're broken. And there's the next one. And there's the next one behind that. Right, look, you guys. Look, a certain amount of playing ball is required here. The good news is that we can fix this. Remove that. There's two. Two we want to leave on. Remove this one. And remove this one. Where are we? It's going to be after 9:30 by the time we rock on. So this will self-resolve. Right, there we go. Everybody's going the same way, so it's all good. Go on, off you trot. Hopefully they get back after 9:30, which means we don't have a similar turn of events at the other end. Where are we now? Yeah, it's 9:30 now, so there we go. They may queue up on the way back in, but that should fix it. Teething problems, I tell you. Maybe the simplest way to go, I'm certain there's a button I can press that allows me to just set the departure times for a train without having to timetable manage through it, so that the train only does what it's supposed to do. There we go. There's number 2. There's the next one. One more. Here we go. Okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to... Right, we gauge it by going to the other end of the track, which is right here. Okay, so our 4 AM departure has happened. Let's crank it up, because we'll spot very quick. Whoa, that was close. Someone is jumping the gun. And it's either you, number 1, or it's number 2. Okay, this is going to require further investigation. What's the betting he's doing 20 minutes at a stop as well? Yeah. Someone is departing early or getting caught in such a way. Equally, there is the train that goes into the odd platform is taking a slightly different timed route. In fact, they all take a slightly different timed route based on the length of track they have to follow. All right, I am going to leave you hanging, but there we go. Let's leave it with a pile up, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching today. Progress minimal, hopefully scenic, hopefully mildly diverting, and I will catch up with you in the very near future. Please chuck us a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.
This